My name is Jerome Campbell. I'm here with Mrs. Helen
Riley.
Riley. We're here to talk about March for Our Lives sister event in Norristown. So, good morning, Mrs. Riley.
Good morning.
Um, so, what is March for Our Lives?
Okay, March for Our Lives is the student-driven march for um, gun laws in the United States. The students have taken it a little bit further to make sure that the schools are protected and have challenged our government officials to come up with an idea and to stop saying it's not the time or place. And they've challenged our government to make March 24th, 2018, the time and the place to start talking about gun violence in our country.
Okay. So, what is the motivation for the march?
The motivation for the march is to bring to the forefront how dangerous some types of weapons are and the laws that do not prohibit people from buying certain weapons that are dangerous, and to bring to the forefront the need for the government to start paying attention to the deaths and all the problems that the guns are causing.
Where will this event be conducted?
Okay, it's at the Norristown Farm Park, right across the street from the high school, on March 24th,
Okay, from what time will this start and end?
10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay. Are there any other corresponding events in our area?
You can go to marchforourlives.com and you can see all the events that are registered through marchforourlives.com. But I know that Pottstown, Reading, Westchester, Rose Tree Media, there are several in this southeastern Montgomery County area, northwestern Montgomery County area.
How can event planners be reached for information about this event?
Okay, I have my name and my phone number. I am the one who registered the event. There are no others, on the list. There's not a list of people that are helping me at this point. So my name and my phone number is listed on the flyer. And also, if you go to marchforourlives.com, you can register to attend the event, and you can also get my contact information there.
Okay. So how can people in the community get involved?
Well, there are lots of things to be done in a march like this, and actually this is my first march. But marchforourlives.com is very, very good. They handed out toolkits to the host march people, and there are things that need to be done. I'm looking at every single aspect that has to be handled. Some of the things that could be done are we need signs to be made, banners to be made. But most important, I am looking for speakers, people to make speeches. Most important, I am looking for student speeches, because I think it's very important that our country start listening to the children that are affected by this the most. So I would need some speakers, need people to help with banners and signs, need people to help just keep the whole process working. The agenda of who's going to be speaking next, and I need a PA system. There's lots of items that I need to check off my list.
So how can community members help out with the event?
They can contact me. My name and my phone number and my email is listed on everything that I have put out. They can contact me, and we can start brainstorming on a list of things to be handed out to different committees or chair people or people who want to volunteer to help.
Are there any particular concerns in Pennsylvania from the March for Our Lives movement that you're concerned about?
Well, Pennsylvania, you can go on Wikipedia and you can check out the gun laws in Pennsylvania. And our gun laws are a little bit lax, as well as many states across the country. And you can pick and choose your battles, there is no ban on assault weapons here in Pennsylvania. It could be an avenue for people to start looking at their local representatives and to start like they did in Parkland and ask that at least the ages be increased for purchasing these weapons. However, that's already being challenged by the NRA in court. But I don't think that the battle is something that can be ignored, and I don't think that the battle people should just drop the battle because they're being challenged. We just need the challenge back.
Okay. Is there a particular personal motivation for you putting this event together?
I have a nonprofit. It's called Kind Hearts, and it stands for Kids in Need of Dads. And this was set up in memory of my son, who was murdered in 2009 in Bridgeport, Pennsylvania. So I do have a very, very strong motivation, and I have a very strong alignment to this particular issue, and that's gun violence. You know, we need to stop it. It's hurting our children. I have other children that miss their brother. I have my son left behind a little boy, 5 years old, and a daughter that was born 4 months after he was killed. So it's a very, very heart-wrenching situation, and I align with people who have lost a loved one through gun violence.
So you think with even though there have been constant mass shootings and like events in American history where gun violence was involved, how do you think the events in Parkland have pushed this debate more to the forefront?
I guess, you know, you students should realize more than anybody. I mean, I'm 65 years old and I grew up in the Cold War era, you know, where we had to go and practice bomb safety, you know, and hide under desks and like that. But you children, since 1999, since the Columbine massacre, have been practicing active shooters. You've been practicing safety for active shooters. That's a horrible thing for our kids to be going through. And in this country, it shouldn't be happening. It just should not be happening. And like I said, I'm 65, and I remember how that affected my entire life, that I was afraid to go to school. And this is happening all over again. And it's the year 2018. It should not be happening. Not here in our country.
So you're hoping that this event and that you're hoping that students will be able to participate and just like push this conversation even further and just like be active with it?
Well, if you look at what's going on right now, you know, the government officials in the very beginning took well, we're going to stop this kind of a stand, but already they've turned their heads. They've already turned their heads and are starting to ignore the whole problem again. And it's not going to come to the forefront unless the people bring it. The citizens of the country have to bring it. And the students who are most affected by it are, they've gotten their voice, and we should support that voice. Because yes, I believe that people, the citizens of the country, can change the way the government governs. We ask them to govern, right? So we should be the ones to tell them this is the way we want it to be, and help get the laws changed.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add about the event?
No, other than I hope people will come. I'm looking forward to maybe hearing from some of the students at Norristown High School. I would love to hear from anybody that wants to make a speech. I think the students are very, very passionate, and I think that the whole country needs to get behind your passion. So, yes, I would love to hear from the students. And you can all have my name, my phone number, my email.
Okay, could you repeat those, your name again?
It's Helen Riley, and all the flyers that are in this, I think you put the flyers out in the school, and you've been mentioning it on your PA system. I heard it this morning, thank you. You can call me at 484-620-5345, or you can email me at bruhel1428@gmail.com.
Thank you, Mrs. Helen Riley.
Thank you, Jerome. It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well. I'm Jerome Campbell. We spoke about March for Our Lives event in the Norristown Farm Park. Back to the Eagle's Eye.